The Indian Constitution and the formation process and the features of Indian Constitution. What is the Constitution? The Constitution is a fundamental law of the land which consists of rules, regulations for the administration of the country. If we look at the what are the main features of the Indian Constitution, if we have a look at the preamble of the Constitution of India, it shows that India is a sovereign, secular, socialist, and democratic and republic country. The sovereign means to free to follow the internal and external policies, and secular it means to particular religion it's preferred, and socialist means to concentration of power and money. A democratic it means by the elected representative of the people of India. Republic means to no room for hereditary ruler or monarch. It means that the president of the country will be elected by the people, not based on the hereditary. If we see the constitution structure of the Constitution of India, the Constitution of India, if we see the structure of the Constitution mainly consists of fundamental rights and directive principles of state policy and fundamental duties. The basic principles of the Constitution of India is the popular sovereignty, socialism, secularism, and fundamental rights and directive principles of state policy, and judicial independence, federalism, and cabinet government. The main principles of the Constitution is the right to freedom, right to equality, right to freedom of religion, right against exploitation, cultural and educational, which are the main features of the fundamental rights. And then if we look at the main characteristics of the Constitution of India, India is the lengthiest and longest written constitution in the world, which consists of 450 articles and 22 parts and 12 schedules. And Indian Constitution is a partly rigid and partly flexible, a democratic republic, parliamentary system of government, a federation, and fundamental rights. And the seventh principle is direct principles of state policy, fundamental duties, and secular state, an independent judiciary, and single citizenship. Indian Constitution is the lengthiest constitution, means it consists of in and about 450 articles and 22 parts and 12 schedules, which is the largest and lengthiest constitution across the world. And the second feature, Indian Constitution is a partly rigid and partly flexible, means certain features we can amend easily, and certain principles we require the 2 by 3rd majority of the parliament and 1 by 3rd of the states governments. And the third feature is it's a democratic republic, means the head of the state will be elected directly by the people, not based on the hereditary. And Indian Constitution consists of parliamentary system of government, means the political party which is having highest majority in the Lok Sabha, that party will be called to prove its majority and elected to elect the government. And Indian Constitution, a federation, means powers are distributed between the states and center on the basis of the Constitution. The powers are clearly divided between the center and the states. If we look at the fundamental rights in the Constitution of India, the fundamental rights, there are six fundamental rights guaranteed by the Constitution of India, which restricts the power of the state. The fundamental rights are consist of right to equality, right to religion, cultural and educational right, right against exploitation, and right to constitutional remedies. The fundamentals main objective is to attain political democracy. And the direct principles of state policy, which consist of three: socialist, liberal principles, and then the welfare principles. The direct principles of state policy we have adapted from the Ireland Constitution of India. The main objective of this constitution, this direct principles of state policy, is to attain the economic democracy. The fundamental rights which are enshrined in the Part 4 of the Constitution of India, the main objective of this fundamental duty is used to remind the responsibility of the citizens towards the state and the government. The secular state means there is no particular religion of the state. The state is neutral in matters of religious affairs. There is no state religion like Pakistan, and other religious countries. An independent judiciary. In India, the independent judiciary is existed in India because the courts have granted the independency in the form of their allowances and salaries, and they have been guaranteed independency in deciding in their judgments and act as independent, not indulging any political blackmails or any political involvement. They have to deliver freely and frankly their decisions toward the any cases. So the independent judiciary is granted to protect the social, economical, political justice towards the people. Next is single citizenship. The single citizenship is guaranteed in India because there is single citizenship in India. There is no particularly central government citizenship and state government citizenship. There is only single citizenship. We are the citizens of India. That's it. There is no particular state citizenship like in America. If we see the constitution symbolizes the independence of the country. Framework and structure of the governance of free country are provided in the constitution. The constituent assembly preferred to draft the constitution by keeping the objectives resolution as the backdrop which reflected the aspirations of the people of India. The premise of the constitution was completed on November 26, 1914, when the constituent assembly formed adopted new constitution. The constitution came into force with effect from January 26, 1950. The constitution begins with a preamble which declares India to be a sovereign, socialist, secular, and democratic republic. The preamble also mentions the goals of secular justice, liberty, equality for all its citizens, promotions of national unity, integrity on the basis of fraternity among the people, assuring dignity of the individual. It is the time to undertake the study of the Indian federalism, which a view to evaluate the trends and frictions, difficulties which have to developed in the area of intergovernment relations, and to seek the evolve ways means to meet the challenging task to making the Indian Federation as more robust, strong, workable system so that the country may meet the tasks of self-improvement and development. The responsibility lies on not only the jurists and the policy farmers but also the citizens of the country to work a harmonious manner for the development of the country. Thank you.